it is iYikKam time again. So after I share the video on Wing Chun is definitely not Yang Tai Chi, and do we know Wing Chun? There are many discussions and messages from our Wing Chun friends. One thing is that people question me saying that how can Wing Chun is a technology, Wing Chun is philosophy, using Tai Chi philosophy and so forth. The issue is this: Tai Chi is not owned by Tai Chi Chun, as we see chronologically that when Wing Chun is in the Red Book, when Wing Chun have this Xiu Lin Tao invented, okay, like the iYikKam 1840 Xiu Lin Tao have the term, which is the White Crane of Fujian using pre-1800, okay, that is within that set. While the founder of Yang Tai Chi was born in 1799. So how is this, the Tai Chi of Yang Tai Chi is something which is Wing Chun using it, okay? Tai Chi, the concept of Tai Chi or balance yin yang is a Chinese culture. It is not belongs to Yang Tai Chi or any Tai Chi Chuan. And of course, it's going to be in everything in the Chinese culture, because it is 1,000 years in the from the I Ching. It is the platform of the Chinese culture. Okay. However, Wing Chun is not a philosophy. Wing Chun is a Queen Sut. Sut is the technology. Okay. So what this means is that technology means one can repeat to get result at will. Okay. Many people, after I show them something, they say, "Oh, yeah, I learned from my internal art Sifu too." Well, you know what happened? I never buy those kind of stuff. I just give face. Why? It is like mass production today. If one cannot repeat the thing at will with quality, with the process, one really don't know. Okay? That's how serious it is. That's why when people say, "Oh, no, I know this too, but I don't know how to teach, I know how to do it." Serious? That doesn't happen. Look at, like for example, I keep talking about Anapanasati of the Buddha and different meditations like the Surangama, 52 states and so forth. Every steps, every process is clear. It is technology. Okay? Philosophy is one thing, but Wing Chun is a technology. You have the process. Okay? Now, and many ask me how to study this, what I mentioned about this in the book of 1784, the Shaolin short strike and all this the short strike stuff with the Wing Chun, which is the mother of Wing Chun and the Wing Chun short strike, so forth. Well, I actually have come up with a systematic way of studying that. Okay, I might go write a book or design a program or something with that. Okay, basically, there are 5 things we need to study in order just to handle the very basic. Okay. So what happens is that we know that Wing Chun is a short strike, it's not a long fist. Okay? And in order to study this short strike, the basic technology, basic Wing Chun technology of it, there are 5 parts of it. It has to be known. And you can do it, I think 5 weeks will get one clear about this thing. The first thing one need to know, the body conditioning, because a long fist body with a short strike body. They are different. Okay. So the mechanics and the handling of the body, the development of the body is different. Okay. And that is the first thing need to be very clear about it. Now I'll give you an example. An example why most of us screw up in the Xiulin Tao. Okay. As I present before about that 4 idiotic way of standing it this way, parallel, this way, which is I call the idiotic way. Why is this idiotic way? Why is this the proper way? Okay, why? There is a reason, and there is a purpose for why it has to be this way. Okay. Now, let's take Xiulin Tao. Very simple. This is what people miss for past 70 years or 100 years. Okay. Today's Wing Chun, we stand in iYikKam this way, and we're keeping punching this. Okay. Or you're gonna want to punch the face, or punch the face mostly, like based on the Hong Kong era of fighting, where you punch the face, and if somebody get a bleeding nose or anything, then you win. Okay, you can see this facts in many YouTube by the old timer Sifu of Hong Kong, which describe this. Okay. And then with this, with the structure, we want to have more power. You know, the Qi Sao, more power structure. Yeah. So you have this punching, you have this more power. But guess what? The lower part is ignored. Then in Xiulin Tao, we have something like that. We have something like that. Seriously, if you do something like that or something like that, that mechanics doesn't work. This type of mechanic doesn't work. This type doesn't work. Parallel doesn't work. This doesn't work. It just do not get the support from the lower 4 bolts. But if you have this, okay, this type, it works, and then it becomes Chun if it's needed. Over this, you have a tough time. You have the tough time of going lower, okay, like this. Even in the parallel, you have tough time of going lower. So you say, well, what is this? Why is this important? Why is this important? If he trusts into me, if I stand in iYikKam like that, he is penetrating, you know, shooting at me, take off, shooting, shoot at me, take down type of stuff. If I stand in this kind of stuff, parallel stuff, this kind of stuff, will I be able to do anything here? This thing is totally, we're waiting for collapsing, okay? However, if you do this, when they come in, you can turn. This is the Chun master. And not to mention with this, okay, your hand techniques is lower. This is the lower hand technique, lower hand technique of Wing Chun. This can operate properly. Okay, you want to go down, you can go down. Because of this, if I go stand parallel, can I going down? It's going to hurt my knee before even I can do anything from my hand. Okay? Now, so this illustrated that the body, we need to know how to handle the body. for Wing Chun. Okay? Where we in the past 60 years is all structure, bracing. This is completely emptied up, and the shooting tao doesn't work. So what is the point to practice shooting tao this way? Okay, or this way, or this way, or this way. The hand, the arm couldn't even apply force or strength. And then we can go Yang Tai Chi, Peng Jing, okay? Mind power, handling the spine. The fact is, when people come down there, you couldn't even go with it naturally. You couldn't even turn naturally. You need that. You need that, okay? So there is the reason why we need to know the body. Another account of this body is breathing. Same thing, if you do this, your breathing stuck here. If you do that, you have the full oxygen breathing, full body breathing, high capacity of oxygen intake. So, this is why we need to know the body develop, which is for close body or the sticking body short strike. Okay? All this matter. The whole body, the 7 balls, all has to be intact. So that's the first thing, the body. The second thing, one need to know the mechanics. As we know the retract mechanics, the twirl, the use of action reaction force, okay, and the chain punch, which has to make sense for the art of the short strike. It cannot be Jing, Fa Jing, Tai Chi stuff or other internal stuff. It cannot. Or long feet stuff. It has to be like that. And the strike over here is very different from the strike over here. Okay, the strike over here, the body type, the mechanics is very different. So the second thing is that we need to know the proper mechanics. Okay, like we always say Kin Chung Sampat, but what does it mean? It doesn't mean like this only. No, that's not. That's very limited. Kin Chung Sampat just means this one is striking the opponent, and then I apply force according to where the aim at. It's very free. It's not rigid that it has to look this way to be Wing Chun. Okay, so there's the mechanics. The third thing is the entry. Okay, as if you watch my the other YouTube on what it is about leaning close to the door and the wall. That's why this is very important. As we simulate. So this is the forward arm. This is the forward arm. This is the back arm. This is the forward arm. This is the back arm. Okay? And we need to play with this, and we need to know how to get into this door. Okay, so you can call this as the lead arm is the forward door, or this is forward door, forward gate. This is the back arm, which is the back gate or back door, and then this is the wall. Okay, so the door and the wall. So one, lean close or get close or stick close to the door and the wall. Okay, there's a reason why the wall is, I'm talking about the forceful play of the wall, using the wall. Okay, that's what it is intended. Okay, now one need to know how the entry on this, from this side, from this side, from this side, from this side. Okay, so if you draw a circle, this is called the inner circle. This is the inner circle. This is the outside circle. Inside circle, outside circle. Okay, so this is the inside circle. This outside circle. So how is get in from the inside circle? How is get in from outside circle? One need to know. Because this is no longer outside the door. This is the door, the lead hand, the outside door. This is the inside door, and there's the wall. Or this is the lead arm, back arm. It is not from here anymore. It has to go in, play with this doors and the wall. Okay, so this is the third thing one need to know. The fourth thing, if you want to get into the inside gate, get in from the inside gate, get in from the inside gate, like the third one I talk about the entry, or we want to close in from the outside gate or outside door, okay, or outside circle. We need the footwork. We need the footwork. Without this footwork, it's a kiss of death. And even when we are here, say for example, this is the inside circle, get in the inside circle. When I'm here, I need to know how to play this thing. If I'm outside here, I need to know how to play this thing. Okay? All this footwork, and also over here, you see, my body has to turn, has to change. That is, have to be there in order to support the strategy of getting into from the inside circle or outside circle. Okay, because this is not the art of the long fist. So that is the fourth, which is the footwork and the body work. And then the last one is the strategy. It is a short strike art. It is not the long fist. So there has to be strategy to get in from to the inner circle or outside circle. Okay? Or you have a setup, you have a different type of stuff. So there are 5 of this. The body, knowing the body, be able to condition the body, which is including the breathing. Without the breathing, you don't have stamina. Okay? Without knowing this, as I showed, one don't even know what happened with this technique in the lower part of the Shilin Tao, in the Shilin Tao. Okay? Shilin Tao is not just punching the face and low chi out this way. Shilin Tao going cover the lower, the upper, the bottom, right? Okay, this like this, for example. It's just this, okay? It's just this. Are you sure that if you do that, you have anything to do? Can you apply force here? With this type of iYikKam 1, this iYikKam 1. Okay, this parallel, this guy, this guy, this guy. Do it and see, will you have any force at all? Any strength in your hand? You need to do this. And then you can change and turn. If the opponent is turned, he's going to play here, you're going to turn here. Okay? But if you just do this, you cannot turn. And you don't have force. And you can take the one shot, you're up. For this, you take a shot, you're going sideways. I still can play. This is Chun stuff, right? So this is the student has to train that way. This one is from the top. Same thing. Okay? So need to know the body, that's the first one. The second one is need to know the mechanics. You play differently. The third thing is how to get in. Get into the inner circle or outside circle. How to get in. How to play with this two hand. In the inner circle, how to play with this one hand in the outer circle. And then you need the footwork and the body work to support that. And then you need to have a strategy, because everything, what number 1 to number 4 is the basic technical, and then there is a strategy or the way how you like to play this game, adapting to the opponent. So without these 5, one can see you never really know the process or the technology. Okay, so for me, this is what I share with you. This is the basic Wing Chun technology. Without this, we really don't know what is the Wing Chun short strike. The basic, really basic. Okay, again, this is according to the 1784 and so forth, so forth. Okay, and as you see, I keep using Xiu Ling Tao sets as a reference there. This is Wing Chun. This is not Mian Zhang Qian. This is not other Shaolin, because we based on Xiu Ling Tao. Jun Ma is Cheng Qiu Piu Ji, those kind of stuff. Alright? It is this clear now. We can have a very scientific and systematic way of study this. 5 weeks, one will have a good taste of what's going on. But if one do not know these 5, one can guess for a lifetime and still what I'm going to do. Peng Jing or Tai Chi, I'm going to use Tai Chi Jing. I'm going to use mind power. Align my spine, which is, it is off tangent from this 5 things which is need to know for short strike art. So this is to share with you. Okay, again, I'm not saying I know everything, but this is all based on the data of the past, like doing a scientific engineering design based on the trend and the platform. Okay, so this is to share with you today.